Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our new unit, that is spreadsheet. In this unit we are going to study about OpenOffice.org Calci. That is a software which is part of OpenOffice.org suite. This is our first session, that is analyze data using scenarios and goal seek. In this session we are going to study about consolidating data, how we can create subtotals, and how we can use different what if analysis tools like scenario, goal seek, and so many other tools are there. So first of all, we are going to start our topic, that is consolidating data. Consolidating data means combining data. So this data consolidation is a function that takes data from a series of worksheet. Means we can take data from multiple sheets like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, or multiple workbook also, and then it combines it, summarizes it into a single worksheet, that is the master worksheet. Now when it is going to combine this data, we have to apply some specific function on the data. Suppose we want to sum all the data, we want to make an average of all the data, we want to count the number of the data, we want the maximum, we want the minimum, and so many other functions are there. So if we want to combine multiple worksheets together into a single sheet, single master sheet, then we go for consolidating data. So now the question comes, how to consolidate data from multiple worksheets? If we have data in multiple worksheets, then how can we combine that data to create a single worksheet? So let's come here. We have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and here we can add or insert one more sheet. I am going to insert 5 more sheets, okay, after the current sheet. Okay, so we have got so many sheets. This sheet number 2, I am going to rename it as PT1, and in a school we have so many examinations. Now according to CBSE we have to go for 3 periodic tests. So this is periodic number test number 2, and this is periodic test number 3. So we have renamed the worksheets with these names, PT1, PT2, PT3, and now we will start feeding the marks. These 3 worksheets, PT1, PT2, PT3, will be those worksheets which will be used to combine. So we will create one more worksheet that will have the consolidated data. So this sheet will have my consolidated data. So we'll start feeding the marks in the sheet. So name of student, and marks. Let's change the color. For example, these are the common names. And their marks. Suppose out of 20, they have got, suppose 20, 18, 16, 19, 20, like this. Okay, now we will copy this and we will copy it in next sheet. So again we have, suppose one student comes and we have to add him. So we'll insert row, and here we have Ranjit. Okay, Ranjit has got out of 20. Again in the PT2 he has got suppose 18 marks. Here in consolidating data, we have to make sure that the column names should be same, otherwise it will not be able to consolidate the data. If we have to consolidate the data, we have to make the column names correct. Okay, these things can change. Suppose here we have 1 2 3 4 5 students, but here we have 6. So this can happen. You can insert, suppose in the next periodic test one more student came, so it can happen. Again in PT3 I am going to copy the same data, and here we have same data. Suppose I am changing the marks 20, here they got 18, and here they got 16. Okay, so now we have data in 3 multiple sheets, and I want to consolidate the data in these 3 sheets. So this is our consolidated sheet, and these are our sheets where we want to put the data. So now for consolidation we will use data, and here we have the option consolidate. Click on consolidate. So we just discussed that we have to go for a function, either sum or count or average or max or minimum, or so many other functions are there. So first of all I am going for sum. So now this is the function, and here we have to define the source range from where I am going to pick the data. So here either you can type directly, or you can click here and you can get the range. Okay, so I have clicked here and I am selecting the first range. This is my first range. Okay, and then I will click on add. Range added, PT1 added. Now again PT2, doing the same thing, selecting and add. See, now we have a different range, PT1 sheet, PT2 sheet, and this is our third sheet. Again add. So we have defined the source data range where it has to pick the data. Now we have to pick the range or the sheet where we have to copy the result, where we are going to copy the result. Okay, so now we have to copy the result to, so we are going to copy the result to this sheet. So I will open the sheet and I have to copy the result here. So I will just click here, delete it, and I will click here. So my consolidated data will come to this sheet. Okay, now we have some options that we have to see. So the sum function, first of all, when you have seen this, when I was consolidating the data, the function that came automatically was the sum function. Okay, so sum function is the default function. By default automatically it will come. You can change it to count, average also, but by default sum function will come. Now there are some options. When we go to more, then we get some options: consolidate by, row label, column label, and links to source data. Okay, what are these row labels and column labels? So when we will open sheets, these are row labels: name of a student, Priya, Pooja, Rani, Amit, Ravi. These are row labels. And when we talk about column labels, these are column labels: name of a student and marks. So yes, we want row labels and we want column labels. This we have to tick. Now one more topic comes, that is link to source data. Link to source data. Suppose I consolidated these sheets, and after that I want to change the data, and I want the change data to reflect in the consolidated sheet also. So if you link the data, any values modified in the source range, means these PT1, PT2, PT3 sheets are automatically updated in the target range if you will go for link to source data. We don't want it to be a one time, we want it to change according to the data when we change it. Okay, so let's do this. Link to source data, we will see if I will change the data, then it will show in the consolidated sheet also. So it's okay. Now we have the sheet, name of student, marks, Priya, all three combined. We can see Priya was having marks 20, then it was having marks 20 again, and then PT3 16. So it combined together, it was 56. So we got Pooja 54, Rani 52, Amit 56, Ravi. So this way we have got the consolidated sheet. All the data from these three sheets got consolidated. Now suppose in PT1 Priya got 20, PT2 Priya got 20, and PT3 Priya got 16. Now suppose I change the data in this one worksheet. It should reflect in the consolidated sheet because we have gone for linking of the data. You can see Priya got 16. So that's why we check this one, this option, link to source data. Now we will see that the corresponding cell references in the target range are inserted in consecutive rows. So these corresponding cell references are shown in the target range. This is our target range. So these cell references which we are using, you can see they are arranged row wise. Priya PT1, Priya PT2, Priya PT3. Okay, which are automatically ordered and then hidden from view. These are ordered and these are hidden. We can see them, but basically they are hidden here. Here they are hidden. See, they are here, but they are hidden. Only the final result based on the selected function is displayed. If we want to see them, we have to go for this plus. Now next, I think you all have seen when I was considering the data, there was the option of range. Okay, if we define a range, it becomes very easy for us to select the data again and again. Suppose I have to work with the same data again and again, so it is better to go for defining the range. So how can we define the range? So suppose in this sheet we have a data, and suppose I want to define this range. So I will just select the data, click on data, and here we have define range option. Here you can define the range name. Suppose company sales. Company sales I have defined. So add. So we have defined the range. The range is this one, sheet number 1, okay, A1 to C16 we have defined. Okay, so now whenever I will go for consideration of data, then this option will come, data, and then consolidate. Here source data range we have named, so this comes. Group company was there previously also, and actually I made the same once again, that's why it is coming. So let me change the range. This time I am selecting other range, data, defined range, and this time I am naming it company, then add, then okay. Now data, consolidate, and here we will get both the names, company and group company. So company was this one which we right now selected, and the old one was group company, so both the are coming. So if we don't want to again go for selection of data again and again, so we can go for data range. So once we define the data range, it comes automatically. Group company is from A1 to C1 total, and company is from A8 to C16. So if we don't want to select data again and again, we have the same data, So we can go for this. Now next is creating subtotals. Subtotal, as the name, it totals or adds data arranged in an array. Array means a group of cells. So whatever data is arranged in a group of cells, it totals the data and it gives you the same labels of column or rows. Whatever labels you are having, means suppose here whatever labels we are having, labels are company, Gaya, SR Infotech. These are the labels for row and these are the labels for the column, company, product, sales. So these will show as it is. Okay, so it totals the data arranged in group of cell and it leaves the same label for column or row. Subtotal is actually a function. It is used to add. So it also comes in the mathematical category under the function wizard. So let's see, if we want to insert any function, then also we will be able to see this. So insert, and then we have this function. So here in mathematical category we will see that this is available, subtotal. Subtotal. So it's a very important function. It comes in the mathematical category also. So let's see how subtotal will help us. So let's go for this. So select the data, then data, subtotals, and here it is asking us first group. First grouping you want which type. So calculate subtotals for group by. So group by company, product or sales. Three options we have given in the column: company, product, sales. So first of all I want to group it according to company. Okay, then we have to calculate. So calculation will be done on numbers. So we have to calculate the sales. Okay, and I want to use the function sum. Then okay. So here we can see Bharat Electronics, that is the name of the company. Keyboard 90. So sum is 90 because it was selling only keyboard. So I use the function sum. So here it is 90. Gaya Electronics keyboard 45, Gaya Electronics keyboard 50. So sum total 193. Likewise Magad Electronics 40, 60, 64, 56. Likewise sum total 220. And likewise SR Infotech sum total 233, and that is the grand total. So I use the function sum and I wanted to group it by the name of the company, so I got it. Okay, so this is our sheet that is consolidated. Suppose I don't want to consolidate it like this, so I will go for company now or sales now. Company we have used, so I will go for sales. So group by product, group by product, and this time again I want to calculate the sales. So here it is, according to product it has grouped. So you can see CPU SR Infotech 28 piece, hard disk, these three companies have sold. Okay, this is the sum. Now hard disk sum is 95, keyboard. So we have arranged according to keyboard, means according to product. So this way we can get information about the data, whatever data we are having. Okay, likewise we can go for count also, or we can go for any other option also. For example, I am going for grouping by company and I want the sales and I want only the maximum. So here you can see Bharat Electronics company maximum is 90, Gaia Electronics maximum is 50, maximum 50, or Magad Electronics maximum is 64, and likewise SR Infotech maximum is 70. Magad Electronics maximum is 64. So likewise we can get maximum also. Now if we use more than one group, then also we can arrange the subtotals. So if we can go for, if we want, we can go for more than one group also. So data subtotals, and here first group I want to be with company, and second group I want it to be with product. So first grouping will be according to company, and then second will be according to product. So let's go for sales. Let's see what happens. So you can see first grouping is done according to company, keyboard. Second, you can see according to product also. Gaia Electronics hard disk, then sum of hard disk. Gaia Electronics keyboard, then sum of all the keyboards sold by them. Gaia Electronics mouse, then sum of mouse. So likewise we have arranged in two groups, first company wise and second product wise. So likewise also we can do this. So if you are using more than one group, then we can go for subtotals according to our choice. Okay, now we have some more options. For example, we can go to the options page, and there we can go for ascending order or descending order also. So data and then subtotals, and here in options we'll have the options of ascending or descending. So we can go for ascending order also, or we can go for descending order also. So first group, group by company, sales, and here I want it to be in the descending order. So okay, so it's in the descending order. Previously first should be CPU, then it will be, but now it is in descending order, right? Likewise we have got it, we have arranged it. Or we can use predefined custom sort also. Whatever we have defined, we can go for that also. So how to define custom sort? If you want to sort, how can we define it? So for defining custom sort, we have a different option. We have to go to tools, and we have to go to options, and here we have in the OpenOffice Calc category, we will click, and here we have sort list. These are the entries which are previously available. We can enter our new entry also. Okay. So these are topics which we are going to discuss. Next topic we will discuss what if analysis tools.